Here we welcome to the program Lisa Klutts, Director, Community Development, West Point Community Growth Alliance. Lisa, Labor Day is just around the corner, so that means it's time for the festival.
Less than 2 weeks away, and we are in full swing.
Tell us all about it. What we got planned this year?
Everything that you love about Prairie Arts Festival in downtown West Point. Saturday, September 2nd, it's Labor Day Saturday. We have been bringing the arts to West Point since 1979. We have over 200 vendors of juried fine arts, handmade crafts, boutique clothing, food, music, a 5K run, things for kids to do. We got a rock climbing wall, a mechanical bull, just everything for everybody.
What's the connection of the arts to West Point? How'd they get started?
Well, West Point, so it's a little bit of a story. West Point was known for Bryan Foods. That was what we were known for. And when they closed, we kind of lost our identity. Yeah. Who are we? Well, we are an outdoors community. We're out here at Mossy Oak and everything that they bring, their partnership with Old Waverly. But we're also the arts community. We have murals, a strong arts council, and one of the biggest events in the state, downtown West Point.
Wow, that's awesome. How many folks do you expect will attend?
We did an economic impact study last year. After COVID, people were ready to get out, but we always have anywhere from 10 to 20,000 people.
That's incredible.
Yes, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with 200 vendors, shopping in the stores along with the vendors. It's a full experience downtown. Anything
special to deal with the heat you guys are doing?
We are very mindful of that.
Sure.
Of course, we have plenty of water, but we do have the ambulance service and EMTs on site. We kind of gauge how hot the year is by how many people pass out.
Okay.
But I want to say that's also a testimony to how people want to come to the festival and endure the heat because it is such a tradition.
Well, just stay hydrated and stay cool, stay in the shade.
Be smart about it.
Right.
Yes, come early or come later. Stay all day, but we have cooling stations and water, and we'll take care of you if you do pass out.
So the merchants of West Point, the businesses, they're fully supportive of this.
Well, when you bring 10,000 people in front of their storefront,
customers.
Absolutely, yes. And the stores are full. They stay busy, too. So they're not just people that come to the festival and come to downtown West Point aren't just coming to the festival itself.
Yeah.
They are going into the stores and shopping with them, too.
I wonder if it's not their biggest weekend of the year, even compared to the day after Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Well, Christmas open house is a big time for them. Also, on the holidays, we support that and promote them that way. But I think Prairie Arts is a big, one of the biggest days for them.
Yeah. A lot of work to put this together, isn't it?
We start planning the day after for the next year, but really, it really gears up the 1st of April when our applications go out, when we start booking bands, start promoting, advertising. Yes, and it just the momentum keeps building as we get closer and closer. The logistics that it takes, working with the city, the fire department, the police department, the sheriff department, the support of the city and the county, and the sales tax revenue that it brings to town.
Sure. Also, you've got I know the city leaders have a lot of involvement in this as well, right? A bunch.
They do. They're very supportive, and it's one of their, I want to say, pride and joys. We have, for a long time, been just Prairie Arts Festival, bringing the arts to downtown West Point. But in the past 2 years, there's been another award-winning event, festival called the Cottrell Street Music and Heritage Festival that has a different vibe, but it also brings culture to downtown West Point, and that's in May. So I love how the Cottrell Street Festival is in May, starting out the summer, and then Prairie Arts Festival is Labor Day weekend, closing out
and the artists, are they selling their work here? Do they bring it here to sell? Do they come from outside the area?
From all over, not just Mississippi. I mean, we have Alabama, Texas, Florida, Georgia. They're driving to West Point. We are one of the few festivals that is a juried fine. We have juried fine artists. So they're coming to compete for money, and they're winning awards here at our festival.
maybe launch an even greater career beyond what it is when they get here.
That's right.
Move on to bigger deals where they can make a little money for their fantastic talent.
Yeah, exposure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. Well, we appreciate the update. We're going to talk to you one more time before we get out of here today. It's Lisa Klutts, Director of Community Development, the West Point Community Growth Alliance. It's all about the Prairie Arts Festival coming up on Labor Day, Mississippi. Joining us now, Lisa Klutts, Director, Community Development, West Point Community Growth Alliance. All right, Lisa. We talked earlier today, I should say, about all the events and activities planned for the Prairie Arts Festival. So do you have any feel right now for how many folks will be in? I mean, I know you're aware of, and you've cited some data about typical attendance and what's happened in the past. Do you have any outlook right now with the event coming up on Labor Day, a couple of weeks?
One thing that I look at is when the Mississippi State football game is.
Yeah.
So it's West Point is a great stop on your way to tailgate, on your way to the football game.
Yep.
The game starts at 3 this year, so you still have plenty of time to head downtown West Point to the Prairie Arts Festival.
Gotcha. So that plays into it quite a bit.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it does, yeah. Because we're not far here, right? From Starkville, I see it on the way up.
About 20 minutes.
All right.
My favorite thing to say is get off the highway and get downtown. There's so much more to West Point than Highway 45.
That's a good one. And so it takes place downtown West Point, right?
Yes.
It's a charming town, by the way.
I think so.
Yeah, it really is.
We are a population of about 10,000. We are in good proximity to larger towns,
Yep.
but we have that great small town, hometown feel.
I agree. Great shops, great restaurants, and other stuff downtown as well. It's really easy to navigate, set up pretty neat. So, and how many people you say? 20,000? Is that right?
Anywhere from 10 to 20,000.
And they're all around that downtown area?
Coming in and out all day long.
Okay.
All day long from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Wow. That is incredible.
We have over 200 vendors, so there's a lot to see.
Are they set up there downtown in the street, sidewalk?
In the street,
okay.
on the sidewalk, in the park. We have a great green space downtown that a lot of downtowns don't have. So we're very fortunate to have that asset.
You're right. I've seen that as well, and it is pretty cool. It is pretty neat. And of course, the economic impact to the shops, the shop owners, the restaurants, and so forth. Of course, lodging, hotels.
Festivals are important to the economy of a town. We generate at the festival about $10,000 in sales tax that go back to the city.
That's big. And, you're right about that because so many of our small communities across the state of Mississippi do have some sort of festival event like that, some theme that corresponds typically with the area, and it does draw people in from all over, and they come in and spend their money, and that's what it's all about. Yes.
One thing about West Point is the blues. We have a blues trail marker downtown. It's in the festival area, but we also have the Black Prairie Blues Museum. Howlin' Wolf was born in West Point and right outside of West Point in White Station.
Yeah.
So inside the festival area is the Black Prairie Blues Museum because we're in the Black Prairie. Blues sound different depending on what part of the state you're in, whether you're the Delta, the Gulf Coast, the Mississippi Hills. We're the Black Prairie.
Yeah.
And so stop in the museum while you're at the festival or come back. We have several events going on. There's some great blues musicians that will be there. The night of Prairie Arts Festival, September 2nd, Mark Muleman Massey will be performing.
Okay.
And then come have the hot tamales too. So that is 8 p.m. to 12 midnight.
All right.
At the Blues Museum. It's on Commerce Street, downtown West Point. Then also on Saturday, September 23rd, we'll have some local blues bands, musicians, Stormy Monday, the Old Memphis Kings, but then the special guest is Blind Mississippi Morris. That is Saturday, September 23rd. Doors open at 5. Tickets are $20, and it's just a great time. It's in an old building downtown, but it looks like a juke joint. It's a fun space to be.
Sounds like fun. All right. But the Prairie Arts Festival
September 2nd.
September 2nd, a couple weeks from now.
Yes, so follow us on Facebook, Prairie Arts Festival. We're highlighting our vendors, our musicians, our sponsors, and also check out the Black Prairie Blues Museum Facebook page as well.
Sounds like a plan. Appreciate you coming on, Lisa, and good luck with the festival. I'm sure it's going to be a huge success. We are out of time here today. We thank you.